What's up, everyone? That's a short intro there. Been off for 3 days here. That look at my face was sheer enjoyment of being here, actually. Uh, Joe, where are you going? Minnesota for what? This is not the time of year to be going to Minnesota. You got to wait about 2 months. um, anyways, let's see. The jazz face. No, definitely not the jazz face. Hassan, you caught the main channel. It's not the same. This is great. This is much better, right? I know. I hear you. Eric, you live in Minnesota. I'm not saying anything wrong with Minnesota. But you're airborne right now, Joe? Wow. Impressive. Too cold in Minnesota. It was freezing this morning. Tomorrow, I'll tell you what it's going to be like here in Atlanta. We're starting to get, I think, in the decent weather now. We had a cold spell. 70 tomorrow, 74 Saturday, 72 Sunday. Perfect. It's my kind of weather. Never been in a place with snow, Renzo. Is it really true? Well, I'm from Rochester, New York. I know all about snow. 120 inches a year. Oh, man. My hand's feeling a little better today. I practiced the piano for a little bit. It's a little tight, but it's the first time I played piano in, geez, oh God, probably 2 months maybe. I paid my snow dues. I did. Brett, Connecticut expecting another storm, not another nor'easter. Come on, man. Talked to my friend Pat. He was without power for the third time in a month. Unbelievable. Down out on the Cape. Really crazy. You're in Manitoba. You just got a foot of snow in one snowstorm. Yeah, it's really. I don't miss it at all. I mean, and honestly, it hasn't been that. This is cold weather. It was down 32 last night or so. On Tuesday. What is that, John? Oh, on Tuesday? Norway, it's pretty snowy here as well. There you go. More, of course. Jay Peak in Vermont got 6 feet of snow this week. Is that true, Michael? That's amazing. Man. Parka time, low 60s. John, wow. There you go. Amadeo, sunny southern Ontario. I know that's it's not like Rochester. New camera, contrast seems different. I changed the contrast. Does it look weird? It's not a new camera. I just changed it a little bit. I look a little bit. I got a lot of lights on here that I don't normally have on. I think it's this too. Check this out. When I take that down, it's that's my iTunes. You see that? That actually lights me up. You can see in the window there and behind me. It's cool. It's purple. Looks the same to you. Yeah, it's a little purple. Blue hair. Looks richer. That's just a Logitech camera, Alan. You get 65 in Denver. I lived in Denver for 3 months. That was on one of my stories before I moved to Atlanta. I moved there in, I'd say, June of, May of 1994. 1994. So I love the weather. It was beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Philip, a friend of yours is a student at the Jacobs School, is nearly finished writing analytical essay in your fifth Rhapsody. Send me your fifth Rhapsody. Send me a link. Email it to me. So I can listen to it. Renzo, you ordered a Logitech webcam for your YouTube channel. You got a YouTube channel, man? Send me a link. You got to email it to me though. I figured out today how to check my direct messages on Instagram, which I've never done before. I had 25 of them. I don't think anyone ever. I don't think that anyone ever messaged me on there, but apparently they do. How many of you actually subscribe to my Instagram? Anybody? Renzo, send it to me anyways. I want to see it. Are all these lights bothering you guys like they're bothering me, or does it not bother you? Mad Strummer Dad. Yeah, I lived in Waltham for 1984 for the year. John, what's Instagram? You don't have Instagram? You're missing out on watching me on one of my social media platforms, but who follows me on Instagram? Anybody? Philip, my email is rickbeato1@gmail. I thought, isn't my email on everything? I figured it was. You're not too old, John, because my Aunt Marion follows is on Instagram, and she's 80 or 81. So there you go. What's up, Ethan? Long time no speak, man. Ethan Ricks, everybody. I recorded Ethan many times here. You still in up in what are you in North Carolina? Is that right? I forget where you went to. Are you in South Carolina? Are you? You're not in Charleston anymore, are you? I thought you were in. Where are you now? It's good if you like crap. Yeah, there you go. Exactly. You live in Charlotte. That's right. Yeah, you've been there for a while. In the throes of college basketball. There you go. Oh, Renzo, don't worry about it. So, been working on the book, trying to finish it up here, the new version of it. And I have 2 more pages to rewrite in it. And I added a bunch of things. It's going to come in right around 500 pages, I think. So, so it's going to be cool, man. I can't wait. Oh, but subscribe to me if you guys want to see Instagram. I think I'm at Rick Beato. I'm trying to hit 6,000 subscribers on there. Actually, I'm not trying to do anything on Instagram, but I just think it's funny because I have 5,700 followers on there, almost 5,800. And I'm going to hit my is GL in here? GL is not in here, but he has been on, Ethan. He was on this show. He's talking about my assistant, Ken, whose nickname is GL. He was on here probably, 2 months ago, you guys? Something like that. I'm Rick Beato 1. There you go. Yeah, he was here about 2 months ago. He was on... he was on for a whole hour here, hour and a half. It was fun. And he was actually on another... It was on another video, too, that I did on 80s metal. I think, well, no, it was a guitar riff. No, it was 80s. I think it was 80s guitar playing or something. Did Ultimate Guitar get your permission to reprint your Mesha interview? They did not. They don't need my permission, really. I mean, I don't, I will tell him, Ethan, that you said hi. Absolutely. You saw him on your 80s metal video. There you go. So today, I think I'm going to reach my highest subscriber count ever in a day because I'm up to 2,300 right now and still have an hour and a half, not more than an hour and a half left. I'm hoping to hit, I hope to hit 2,500. That would be pretty amazing. So I'm over 279,000. Tomorrow I will hit 280,000 subs. Close to 300, yes. So probably, I would say, because I'm averaging 1,500 a day and I need 20,000 more. So every 2 days is 3,000. So every 10 days is 30,000. So every 2 days. What is that? 3,000. I don't know. Soon. Week and a half. Probably something like that. Was it Tool that did that? I don't know. It was probably. The Tool videos got to have, got to have 45,000 views, 50,000 in one day. It just hit. I just released it yesterday at 10 p.m. Let's see how many views it has. Can anyone look it up and write down how many views the Tool video has? Because I think it set a record sitting at 42,000. Well, that's definitely a record for one day. That's bigger than the Apple video was. That's way more. The Apple video after one day was only at about 24,000, 25,000. So, Retcon, you just hit 34 subs this week. There you go. Would take 13 days or less. Thank you, Hassan. Are you setting some kind of record for growth rate? It's interesting. 44K. There we go. I think that, okay, so I'll do a point of comparison. So I looked at Andrew Hong, who has a really great YouTube channel. And he's averaging 1,600 subscribers a day. And I average just over 1,500. And he has almost 1.3 million subscribers. So he has 1 million more subscribers than I have, yet we're averaging the same amount of subscribers per day. So that's, so Tool has that kind of devoted following. What else has that kind of draw? Rush? I don't know. Tell me. Kevin, does any of that blow your mind? Not really. What's up, Ray? Pink Floyd. So Rush, Pink Floyd, from bands like that. Does it blow my mind? It's. You know what? Let me think about that. I'm going to turn off these lights because it's really driving me nuts. Hold on. 1 second. Okay, much better. Way better. Ethan, you missed the studio. There you go. Nari, what's up? Came in at the right time. Carol could have helped you with those lights. Everyone give a round of applause to Carol. You know Carol, my new assistant, who's doing a killer job and making my life much, much more bearable here. I played on the piano, like I said, for about 30 seconds today, or a couple minutes. We'll give Nari a applause as well. But Carol did some She Is Fast on Finale. Man. I feel great. I actually kind of fell asleep, took a nap earlier. She was actually editing here, and I was in the control room, and I fell asleep. I was just sitting on the couch and fell asleep, and I said, and I came out. I said, "You know, I fell asleep." She goes, "Well, I didn't hear anything. I figured that, I don't know, maybe you were." Anyway, so yeah, so it's really helping. It's really helping dramatically. What makes a song great? Carolina. Awesome, Philip. I could do Carolina. You know, I when I made a video on Carolina, and it got demonetized. Of course, right? And I played the demo. I didn't play the real version because I didn't know if I could play the real version. But I could do a one about Carolina for sure. That would have a more interesting story to it too because I have the demo to it. Body knowledge. How many multi-tracks do I have? Probably 500. I don't even know, honestly. Probably 500, something like that. Have I ever shown my control room in video here? Nah, I mean, I don't know. It's not that interesting. I don't know Sean Costello. Carol, I need to make you an administrator on this channel. So we'll have what makes a song great? Yeah. Oh, you'll have it, but then you get a cut of the royalties. I get a cut of the royalties, I guess. I mean, it's not much. Yeah, I have Pro Tools. I have Pro Tools, and I do have Logic. I got Reaper, Logic, all that stuff, but I use Pro Tools pretty much. Eli, you'd love a proper tour. Well, I can't really carry around my Logitech camera. Every time I use my phone, it crashes. It's really annoying. Brandon, what's up? You're a little late. I thought maybe I'd play some music tonight again. Sorry that I took 3 days off. Smitty. And I think that my hand is feeling better because 7 movements, Philip. Okay, I think my hand is feeling better because of my new mouse, which Carol was looking up tonight. This is great. So Carol, we went to the store and got this mouse, a bigger mouse, and she's one of these people that looks up to see and tells me I can run 3 different computers. It says 1, 2, and 3 here with this mouse. Now, I'm not sure why I would want to run 3 computers. I'm not sure, but it's cool. But the bigger mouse is helping my hand a lot. Okay. Well, writes here. Hey, Rick, what are your thoughts on the Mesha controversy? People are becoming really dumb. Is there a controversy on that? I'm not sure. What is going on? What is a controversy on that? Is it from the making a living thing? I think I think that's what you're talking about. Oh man, it feels good. I want to know about the Mesha thing. Ultimate Guitar took his words out of context. Are people writing something like that? He says bands can't make money. Is there a controversy about that? I thought that was just, well, he's just telling the truth. What's weird about that? Bad headline. What? I mean, are there comments on there? I'm really curious. I looked at that guitar thing, Ultimate Guitar, and I'm not sure who sent it to me. But are people complaining on there? Because that's really lame if they are. They wrote a clickbait they wrote a clickbait headline. They actually took what he said and wrote it. I mean, That's the thing. It's like nobody, Renzo just said it. The sad truth, no one's buying records. They're not. Who buys records anymore? I mean, very few. The controversy is that people don't want to hear the truth. Do I need to get on there and write something? Dumb people are complaining. Oh, well, forget them. Let me think. Let me see here. Who sent that to me? I'm really. I think I'm gonna go on there and knock some heads around. Idiots. He's talking about trying to make a living. Exactly. It's outrageous. Outrageous. The Ultimate Guitar Forum did a note on my interview. I'm gonna get on there and I'm gonna blast them. Hold on. Ultimate Guitar Forum. How do I find it? You know, you guys should get on there and write something and defend the guy. How's that? That would be pretty cool. You know, come on. There's 160 people on here. Let's get 160 people on there saying this is total BS. Of course he wants to make a living. Somebody find somebody find the link here. Paste it in the thing. This is ridiculous. It's outrageous. Let's get on there right now, all of us. These people are idiots saying that. You're on there right now, Jimmy? You find those people and you know, it's outrageous. They're lucky that that he's still able to make music. Forget political, do a Queen song. What are you talking about, forget political? What is this? Who is this? Who is this? What's forget political? Okay, you're in a timeout, Dennis. I don't know you. Okay? Any one more wisecrack and you're gone for good. That's how it works over here. That's how it works. Every publication from Ultimate Guitar are accurate except the tabs. Oh, jeez. Yeah. The guy says, stop getting political. Let's do a video on Queen. Forget political? What is that? Forget political. Ultimate Guitar fans do not like Jen and all that stuff. Well, they're idiots. Okay? And I can't find this thing here. Can somebody send me a link? Somebody paste a link in here and then I'll make it. And just don't put the .com. Just put the first or whatever. You can't paste the link? Okay, Jim, okay, here we go. Hold on. Let me stop this thing here. Let's see if I can do this here on my other. Hold on, give me a second. Hold on. I can paste a link. Here we go. Here's the link. Boom. There you go. Anybody that it says YouTube search, does it really? I'm on Ultimate Guitar. Hold on. I'll find it. Hold on. We make no money, and people have a real hard time grasping that. I'm on there right now looking. And then, of course, they have the whole album for free right there. Found the forum link. Doesn't work. Man, I'm right on it, literally here. That's it. Let me try it one more time. That's not it? Title of the video says, it's not a video, it's a forum. It's in the forum. It says, Mesha Mansour says he can't make a living from periphery, insists there's still opportunity in the music world. There's the title of it. See if anyone can find it here and email me. Email me on my Gmail right now here. It's rickbeato1 at Gmail. Okay, here's the link. Renzo found it. Hold on. I got it here. Copy link. This should be it. That's the same one. I don't know why it doesn't go there. That title's going to get me a strike from UMG? No. It's outrageous. They redid the title. Just Google it. There you go. Erase the spaces. YouTube does something to the link. That's the correct link. Shows a 404 page. Copy Jim's link. It works. Okay. There you go. Man. Annoying. It's outrageous to say this for them, for Mesha. He comes on here. He's completely honest in the interview. And then he gets this crap from these people. I don't know if YouTube disabled. They don't disable. Oh, is there something weird about that? Did you ban them from the internet? I should ban them. I should tell them to take it down. Printed it without my permission. He's great. What a great guy. Honesty is the worst policy, Double K. That's absolutely not true. It is not true. Honesty is not the worst policy. Honesty is the best policy. Well, please go over and trash these people when you get a chance. It's just outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. Look, I make my living. I basically put everything out for free here, right? Because I believe that there are no secrets. That doesn't mean that people shouldn't get paid to state their ideas. They don't, I totally believe that people should get paid for their expertise. But, and I realize that Amadeo, you found it. Thank God. I mean, how hard this, and I realize there's no money in selling music anymore. There just isn't. And it seems like that should be such an obvious thing for people to realize. My God, who's out there buying? Who's out there buying music now? No one's buying music. They listen to it on YouTube. They listen to it on Apple Music. They listen to it on Amazon and Google Play, on Pandora, on they do it. All this stuff. Okay, some people buy it. I mean, look, I'll buy LPs. Chris, I wrote you back, by the way. I see you, Chris Nashville. I wrote you back. You are, but you're weird. I mean, look, I buy stuff. If I'm buying a CD or buying an LP or something, I will buy stuff. No question about it. But most of the time, I don't need to buy it. So I feel that we are in such a bad spot musically in our culture. When I say our culture, I mean the worldwide culture, that in order to have a chance of having better music for the next generation, Frederick, thank you. Thank you. That the only way is to help educate people on music again by showing them things, no matter what it is, no matter whether it's, teaching them. Look, I know that my jazz videos are going to get 25,000 views at the most. I mean, Chris Potter just hit 12,000. I know what the realities are, unfortunately. And you know why? Because there's not an audience for it. And part of the reason I wrote Pat Metheny's manager again. Speaking of this, I wrote Pat Metheny's manager for the fourth time. And I think it's pretty outrageous that he will not get back to me. It's really outrageous that his manager won't get back to me. I get on here and not only promoting jazz, I promote Pat Metheny. And this idiot doesn't get back to me. It's outrageous. Not even for, you'd think that it was, that it would be, it's only polite. Oh, sorry, Pat is really busy right now. Something, but just nothing. Nothing. My sounding off, Brandon, right, is literally free publicity. My Pat Metheny videos did not get taken down. Pat's a busy guy in junk. Ridiculous. He's no busier than Chris Potter. And he's no busier than half the people that I've interviewed already. Is he busier than Sinister Gates? I doubt it. Is he busier than Steve Vai? I doubt it. Just totally unprofessional. Totally unprofessional. So that's kind of my feeling. No, you should really get back and say, yes, of course I'll come up. Of course I'll come on. Yes, I'd love to. But don't be demoralized about there being no money in music. I mean, it's his manager, Brett. Well, his manager wrote back to me the first time I wrote to him when I had 75,000 subscribers. Now I've got 275,000, more than 275,000, and nothing. If I tried telegraphing. There you go. No, he does have a manager. I know he does. He's on his third manager, actually, now. He used to have Ted Kurland, who I don't even know if he's alive anymore. Then he had Laura Wicks, I think was her name. And then he's got this guy, Jordan Fritz. So, I mean, Pat does interviews. I've seen him on interviews with people that have 3,000 subscribers on their channel. He does do interviews. His manager is failing to understand the importance of YouTube. Thank you, Renzo. Exactly. Send smoke signals. Oh, brother. Dundo, you're 20, you don't know anything of Metheny. Any chance he's upset at me for playing his bootlegs? No, he hasn't ever seen any of my videos. No way. What's up, David? I wrote to Mike Stern. I wrote to Lenny Stern. I never heard back. Tom, you bet his interviewers aren't as knowledgeable as I am? I'll bet that that's true. I don't mean that bragging-wise, but he's never been interviewed by somebody that knows his playing as well as I do. I'll tell you that. Yeah, I mean, look, Chris Potter came on. Chris Potter gets it. He's a generation younger than Pat, basically. And that generation understands what this means. How can people not know about YouTube? My God, you'd think that they'd be on YouTube all the time. Double K, you're surprised I don't have more subs on this channel. Well, they don't push this channel. You know why? Because I make long videos and I don't put any tags in. That's why. But look, we have 200 people watching right now, so I don't put any tags in ever. Because honestly, I don't want a bunch of trolls on here. And this kept people that want to know about this channel find out about it. And all the people that have subscribed recently here, I mean, we've jumped up. You remember it was in the 5,000s for a long time? We're almost at 9,000 now. That's why this channel rules. Prince, send him a smart TV with YouTube, then he'll take you seriously. There you go. My half-baked digital strategy is targeted. That is my digital strategy. My digital strategy is to not put any tags in so that they don't. So only the people that are cool come to this channel. Tags are so lame. What age is Pat? 200? Pat will be 64 this year. I know he was born in 1954 like my sister. One of my sisters was. That's why I know that. Why do people troll me, Fabio? They don't troll me over here. And when they troll me on the other channel, I don't care. I just bust on them. Ask Tom. He knows. Somebody said something. I had a new one. Somebody looked at one of the videos, a video of my son Dylan, and he says he's got a mirror, like he's never heard of perfect pitch or anything. He's got a mirror. And I said, congratulations, you passed the stupid test. Anyways, what's a tag? S. Martin asked. A tag goes in when you're going to upload. Amadeo, I'm not mocking him at 63. I'm going to be 56 in a few weeks. It's like half my family's 63. It's not old. But tags go in at the bottom of when you're uploading a video. Nari, hey bro. That's usually my that's the way I start when I start my that's how my trolling responses usually start is, hey bro. When somebody said yesterday, somebody's comment was, somebody wrote something like, Tool doesn't use 5-string basses. What's up, Daryl? Everybody, Daryl Gable. I'm going to see Daryl in a couple days. He's going to be right here, sitting in the hot seat. And I said, dude, buy me one. Buy me a 4-string. I'll play it. And then somebody said, another person says, Rick, don't worry about the trolls. I said, I love trolls. Trolls are the most fun thing about being on YouTube. If you can't troll back, what fun is it? When they see, hey bro, the ban hammer is coming. Did that guy come back on that I banned for I put him in a timeout? I think he's afraid to comment again. Tom, you saw the 5-string bass comment. Oh, man. Trolls make good fertilizer. Totally surprised me saying I like Cannibal Corpse. Come on, man. I like metal. Give me a break. I think that still freaks people out that I like metal. It's hilarious. But one of the dudes said, somebody had a comment about, Rick, you should check out what record is Schism on? It's on the second. It's on the record that came out in 2003. And he's like, you should really check out this record. I was like, dude, what makes you think I don't know the record? I just did a video on one of the songs on it. Anyways, completely, you know. And he said, oh yeah, lateral, that's right. And he says, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Pretty funny. Last video took a long time to make, that Tool video. You know, it's just, I think the thing with making some of these videos is to actually figure out how you present the material. I think that's ultimately the most difficult thing for doing this. How do you present material? What are interesting things? Just like what are interesting things to talk about on here? David, my hand is doing a lot better. Thank you for asking. And I did call Carmen. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I talked to Carmen yesterday. She loves the idea of doing some new music. She's totally into it. So she said that she would come here and she'd be on the channel. Wait, Matt says you're backstage. Hold on. Backstage with Matheny after Dallas gig. Made a mistake of mentioning the Joni Mitchell videos. Free Man in Paris, Jocko, Lau Mays. As the conversation stopped. Okay. Anyway, so Carmen was totally psyched. She said that some people from here emailed her or messaged her on Facebook. She's like, why are people messaging me? Do a sounding off with Carmen to get things kicking off. There you go. Daniel, since the internet, everyone feels like they have an opinion that people care about. She's too good to not be singing. That's true. Tom asks, who's Carmen? So I downloaded I put a bunch of more Carmen songs in my iTunes right here. Where is it here? What? I think that was one of them right there. So Carmen is one of the greatest singers. Carmen is my favorite singer. She was totally psyched. What was the song that sounded like Zeppelin? I'll play it. Can I play it? I'm going to play it. Carmen is awesome. I remember the first time I saw her play was at this place called Eddie's Attic here. And she's like a female version of Robert Plant. So she came up, they called me, they said, would you come down to this gig to see us play? They were from Orangeburg, South Carolina. And I said, sure. And it was a battle of the bands. And when she came out, I'm going to play the song in 1 second. She came out and she had super shiny blonde hair and just bouncing around, and she blew me away. It was just cello, acoustic guitar, and vocals. And I was absolutely stunned. Okay, I'm going to play Carmen here. Let me find it here. Where is it? Here it is. This is one of the songs.
Nothing to hold on and go. I feel so
That's Carmen. One take. One take. Always one take. I'll play. I have a couple other songs here that I found. Let's see here. There's some really great ones here. Let's see. Let's hold on. What's this one here?
1, 2, 3.
It's just demos. Live.
An old man asked me what I'd give to see 10 years down the road. Hell, I'd give everything. I'm at my ends, cut loose, and I need something to take hold of. But out of the corner of my eye, I saw the devil sitting on my shoulder, the left side. If we listen very hard, the truth will wander us alive. I dream of putting down the pious piper, flashes the faces of my men, and I still pray for all of them. Never, never need to ask why. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the devil sitting on my shoulder, the right side. And on my face calms me down. The air in my nose settles the sound. Should I try to be more? Do I stand for something higher, higher, higher? Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the devil sitting on my shoulder, oh, stalking my life, my life, my life. Out of the corner of my eye, I saw the devil, oh, sitting on my shoulder, the left side.
So is that all talent, or that's all raw talent? And Carmen was an English major in college. She's an incredibly good lyricist, and she's a much better singer than Fiona Apple or anybody else that anybody's putting down on here. Um, and Carmen is one of the best improvisers because she literally just she writes all her own lyrics, everything, melodies. But the band had they all grew up together and they played together since they were, little kids. And I said that Brian, the cellist, there's two Brians. There's Brian on the guitar, who's actually part of my company, Neural. And then Brian Gibson, who's the cellist who played with Chris Cornell for the last 3 years before Chris passed away. So he's a pro. She rivals Jewel. Come on, Mark. She's like a trillion times better than Jewel. Give me a break. I like Jewel, but come on. That's a power singer right there. That's power singing, man. That ain't Jewel. Jewel's a wispy, folk singer. anyways, so um, where is she from? She's from Columbia, South Carolina. And that was 13 years ago. 13 years ago. Um, let's get a Kickstarter for her. She doesn't need a Kickstarter. I own a studio. Brian is the cellist I interviewed. That's right. Her channel went from 25 to 34 subscribers. How would I describe her music? Well, her music is a lot of different things, you know. I mean, yeah, from Columbia, South Carolina. There you go. Well, I mean, Orangeburg. It's pure talent, though. Carmen is one of the greatest improvisers, and all those are live. You can tell that's just one pass. That is one pass. So, am I producing her? I signed her to a production deal in 2004 or so, something like that. So here's an interesting thing. So Carmen, I tell the story about I-9 when I went up to New York with Trey Anastasio. He played Carnegie Hall, and I had meetings with a bunch of record label executives. I met with the president of Universal, the president of Columbia Records, the president of Island Def Jam, all these labels. And yeah, it says Chad Kroeger produced one of her singles. So this is what the label did, is that they basically took the band, got rid of the band, and made her sing these crappy songs that, and then they ended up canning the whole project. It was a complete disaster, the whole thing. Yeah, so it was. I never saw anything like that. Do most artists have perfect pitch? Carmen has the best pitch I've ever heard of any singer I've ever worked with. Subi, what happened to Les Hall? Les is here in Atlanta. He lives here. So Les is also from Columbia. Is also from Columbia, South Carolina. Did I want to punch the manager in the face? It wasn't the manager. It was the record. It was the A&R guy. Yes. Yeah. If I ever see him again, I will too. He got fired. Why don't I get her back? Well, I hadn't talked to Carmen in probably 2 years till I talked to her yesterday. And she said she'd love to come here. You thought I wasn't producing. I'm not producing. I'm going to make a comeback to produce. I'd come back and produce Carmen, I mean. He got fired. Now he's Pat Metheny's manager. That's pretty funny. Tara, thanks for answering. Our 12-year class is watching right now. Excellent. Crestwood High School, Sydney. Hello, everyone. You don't have to worry. I won't say anything bad. You get the impression Trey is too difficult. So the deal was this. This is kind of how the whole Carmen thing happened. I think I told this in one of my videos. You guys probably didn't watch the video. So Trey Anastasio was here in Atlanta, and I was, for those of you who don't know that, he was the guitar player for Fish. So I was working on a record with them, a solo record. And I was working with I-9 at the time. And I had her come in to sing on one tune. And I found the tune that I had her sing on. And Trey freaked out. And so Anyways, so I recorded her vocals on the Trey song when he wasn't there. I said, Carmen, come up here. I want you to sing on this song. I'm working with Trey. And she says, okay. And then she came in. We laid down the vocals on this. I'm not sure I can play the song. I don't know if he put it out. Let me look it up here. Yeah, I think he did. Hold on. He did put it out. He did it on, okay. He did it on a record. No, he freaked out. He loved it. He loved it. But he put it out on a record that that he did with Brendan O'Brien after the record that we did this one. I did work on Bar 17, Scooby-Doo. Yes. This was on Bar 17. And I don't know if... I'm not sure that... I don't want to play it. It's on iTunes. I see it there. It's on YouTube, but I think it's a different version. So... Anyways, yeah, I'm not sure I can play it, but so I would have yeah. Anyways, so Gloomy Sky. I see. I don't know what. No, she sang on "Love That Breaks All Lines," which was my favorite song off there. Yeah, I want to play it right now, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to. Hassan, just an idea. Perhaps you could do a short series with Carmen about vocals or something if she's into it. Would be interesting. A vocal series on Carmen sounds great. So then Carmen ended up, Trey wanted Carmen to sing on every song then. And Carmen sang on most of the songs on the record. I don't remember how many, to be honest with you. I can't play any of them here because I don't remember what was on the record. I mean, I know the one song was definitely on there. So, ever consider having a flat rate for video chat? I've thought about it. Actually, no, I haven't thought about it. So that's you know, that's the that was the Carmen thing. You know, does Pat Metheny think he's too cool for us? I don't know. Okay, so I worked with somebody else from I worked with this other kid named Owen Beverly years ago that was kind of the beginning. The reason that I9 came to work with me, that they reached out to me, was this kid Owen Beverly that I produced. It's really his record was the reason I got a lot of projects. When people heard this thing, I did an EP. Wait, Michael asked me, do I think there are unlimited scales? No, there's limited scales. There's only certain ways that you can combine notes. I guess there's unlimited if you're talking about about if you're doing things with microtones, but you know, a 7-note scale can only be arranged certain ways. So yeah, there's limited. You basically have the modes of the major scale, melodic minor scale, harmonic minor scale, harmonic major scale, and double harmonic major scale. Those are all the 7-note combinations pretty much. Then you have auxiliary scales, tonic diminished, dominant diminished, whole tone scale, augmented scale, major pentatonic, minor pentatonic, major blues, minor blues. Yeah. So Rick Beato is on Tony Levin's site. I am on Tony Levin's site. Tony took pictures of our session that we did together when we were working with Trey. He was on the first part of it. What if I brought Carmen in and we did a couple live jams? I could totally do that. I would love to do that. Pictures from the barn. That's right. So we do. Okay, so I'm going to play this Owen Beverly track. So this is really actually kind of got my career going. I'm going to play this tune. This is a tune called Levin Way that we did here. This is from 2003. Check this out.
Crimson and white, 4 days and 40 nights in the cradle, back and forth, fall in the wind, float on the carousel. Could you please roll over me? Don't shy away, come closer, lie down in the grass with me a while. My only love, I need you. Stop counting cards, look up and drive the car for the both of us. Could you please take control? Take control. Take what you can, baby. Make an honest man out of me. Crimson and white, all good will come with time. To the ladies of Levin Way, don't shy away, come closer, lie down in the grass with me a while. My only love, I need you to shoot from the hip, just cause and right away dance, get you nowhere, just back and forth. Take control, take control, take what you can, baby. Make an honest man out of
Anyway, so this is like way before Muse. Definitely before Muse. and it actually has actually has much more sophisticated chord progression than pretty much any Radiohead song. Um, Definitely does. It's got way more way more chord changes, and so it's a kid called named Owen Beverly. He still is releasing records, but they're um, but there would be no. Let me tell you about Muse here. Body knowledge. Muse has been around since in 1999. The guy that produced our record had a manager that managed Muse. Okay, that was when they first started out, when they were called Muse UK, because they couldn't get the name because a band from Florida had the name Muse. They tried to buy it and they couldn't afford 45 grand. That's what the band wanted. Their manager's name was Simon at the time, British guy. I remember having a conversation at the Hit Factory with him. Um, and they weren't really doing. Nobody knew who Muse was at the time. Um, so that's pretty much what Muse. I mean, people didn't really know Muse back in 2003. Owen never heard of Muse back then, pretty much. So Muse UK, there you go. And then they finally got agreed to give him the name. Um, Thomas asked me, Rick, do you ever think about the science of music? I'm not sure what you mean. It's actually a lot more changes than Jeff Buckley too. Jeff Buckley though. I mean, I can see the Jeff Buckley maybe vocalizing, um, but that song is nothing like any Jeff Buckley song. Jeff Buckley doesn't, you know. I mean, basically, you have one Jeff Buckley record to talk about. Um, let's see. Okay, Thomas means like how harmonic works, how instruments vibrates, physics. Um, Physics. Why? Well, so that was released, Daniel, but it's not released anymore. There was a whole EP that went with that. There was a really great, very cool EP that I loved, and then took it down. Ray, leave that to Adam Neely. Yeah, I'm. Not, I mean, you know, I'm not. I mean, I'm interested in the physics of music. Uh, my mic is not up loud. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe it's distorting or something, but um, I'm interested in how intervals react with each other, how beating happens between, you know, dissonant notes and things like that for ear training purposes. But as far as the science of music is concerned, I'm not that interested in that. I'm interested in the science of acoustics, in that you have to have acoustics that sound good in order to have a good recording. Thomas, I can't believe how I find your videos in a 10-minute, and in 10 minutes you answer my question. The internet is amazing. Oh, so you just found my videos? Okay, there you go. Look at that. Um, 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 have I ever given any thoughts on the human connection to music? Not sure what you mean by that. This is actually pre-recorded. Yes, this is actually pre-recorded here. That Owen record, thank you, Ethan, but it's not out anymore. You can't buy it. It's not available anymore. Owen took it down. You see, yeah, that's understanding the acoustics is important. Acoustics are very important. I've definitely done I've done talks on that, and yes, I have heard that, Brett. I've heard his After Bach. The record is good, but he has a recording that he's playing the pieces in, and I talked about this when that he's playing the pieces in Toronto. There's a great live recording on Vimeo, actually, that he plays much better than on the record. You should check that out if you haven't seen that. It's very good. But yeah, all better performances than on the album of the pieces, I think. Where am I? Harry asks. Yes, this is my studio. Renzo, what do you live and pre-recorded? I don't know what that means. Anyways, okay. I'm good for tonight. I'm good. You guys are great.